Thank you for joining us for this summer meal. My name is Tatrte Nicole.
And it's your girl Ashley.
And today, guys, this is something that we've been trying to do for quite some time, so we're excited to show you. This is the continuation of the other videos, the how-tos, the basics. This is how to apply eyeshadow.
Let's just get into it. We're going to be using, for reference, all the Morphe brushes from the Catch My Eye collection that we mentioned in our previous video. So if you haven't seen that, go ahead and click on that first, or just be a daredevil and just watch this one and try to follow along.
Right. And so the palette that we are using, we thought it needs to be the approachable everyday. This is something you probably have that's similar to it. This is the Tartelette in Bloom palette right here, and you guys can see this.
I love this palette.
Yes. Reluctantly loves it. This palette, you guys can see, is a pretty, I would say, modest range of colors. It's very much your everyday. Your neutral is in here somewhere. I'm going to be using some pretty dark colors so you guys can see the difference in application. So we're going to go in with the blending brush of M330. That is this right here, folks. M330. And I'm going to start in the crease with the transition color of Smarty Pants. I like to joke that this is actually the asterisk palette because everything on here describes her in a different adjective.
Thank you very much. And if we can just kind of maybe showcase a little bit where that crease is or where people can find it.
So first thing I'm doing though is coating the tip of my blender brush here and tapping off the excess. And so the crease right here, I'm going to concentrate the color in this area right here. It's right above like the little line of your eye socket and below the brow. Some of us have more of this area than others. If you're a monolid, you kind of have to create the depth of that you want. Tap, tap, tap. I'm going to softly add on the beginning of the color and across her crease. Blend on that transition. They should be just maybe 1 or 2 shades deeper than your actual skin tone. Transition color actually, I feel like, is the framer of whatever you're going to do. Now, you can actually get away with just doing that, putting on mascara, and it makes a difference. You guys see now that she has some definition versus this being completely a flat color. Soft windshield wiper motion. There is a thing called over blending. You don't want to do that, but
Guilty.
yeah, it happens. I'd rather you over blend and under blend, to be honest with you.
Okay.
All right, so I will go in now with a little bit of a darker color, and I will go to Jetsetter, which is right above Smarty Pants. Again, I feel like this is an asterisk themed palette here. I'm going to go just maybe a hair underneath. I put the initial transition and softly blend it in to the next one. All this is going to give depth and definition.
I also feel like for me, just kind of like what you said, but it feels like it frames my eye so much better.
Yes.
As opposed to, you know, when you're in that phase of makeup where you just have foundation and concealer on your face.
Your face
legit,
is gone.
you just look like you have nothing. There's like no dimension at all.
Yes.
One dimensional, but this really works to kind of frame that eye and make it a little bit more dimensional. It just looks more put together.
I would agree. Now, another reason why I advocate for this palette so hard is because these blend very, very well. It's hard to muddy things up. It's a very good palette in that way. And if you guys can see just the difference between the framing of this eye versus nothing over here. It's just, it's framed. I'm going to switch brushes now.
Okay.
This is the M321. A bullet crease brush, and I think it's because it has that bullet shape why they gave it that. I do like this brush a lot. I find myself using it a lot.
I do too.
And so I am going to go in here with Rebel. I keep telling you guys this is the asterisk palette right here. So your eyes are broken up into 3 parts. 1, 2, and 3. And this section is often where we find it most attractive to put the most color. I'm not saying it's wrong to put it over there. That's just not typically what we're going for in traditional beauty community standards, blah, 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 blah. So I'm going to be concentrating this Rebel color, and same concept, cover the tip and tap off the excess, into the bullet, into the socket.
That was so cute.
Into the socket. You guys can see, oh, I love this palette so much. All the colors really complement each other. You know, sometimes how you choose the wrong brown,
yeah,
and you go, oh, I gotta back out.
Man,
how do I back out of this?
It's true. I got beep.
Yep.
Yeah, especially when you use cool and warm colors.
Yes.
Oh Lord, have mercy.
Yes.
That's
another video, you guys. Teaching you color theory. Cool tone and warm tones are completely different, and that's why an eye look can go completely wrong even though you're using colors you're supposed to.
And I love this brush so much because it's so concentrated. Like the bristles are so short and they're so packed together that whatever color I'm really wanting to stand out on my outer V, it's really gonna pop, as opposed to using the brush that Tatrte just finished using, which is the blending brush.
Which really disperses the color.
Yeah, it disperses and kind of tries to diffuse it.
Because I blended that out, but I do want it so a little deeper, I'm gonna go back in and really just in this one little spot and work it out.
Also important to note that I think it's great that she is tapping off the excess, and people have a lot of fallout. Fallout is whenever you apply an eyeshadow and you get some of the product like on your under eye area, near your cheek area, and you didn't tap off the excess that was on that brush. So yeah, it's great that you're doing that too.
Alright, so what do you think so far, man?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
The point of eyeshadow is to frame your eye. You can do sparkle, you can do color theory, it doesn't matter. The point is to make your eyes look as attractive as they possibly can.
Yep.
So all this is concentrating colors in different ways to make your eye look quote unquote better.
Pop out more.
So the piece de resistance, I would say, because this is the brush that no matter what you do, you need this brush. If you only have 2 brushes in this world, these are the 2 that you need. It's a blending brush and an all over shadow brush. This is the Morphe M167. This is what's gonna go primarily over the lid. I'm gonna do something a little sparkly.
Thank you. Sparkly.
Which is something that she enjoys quite a bit. So I'm gonna go in with Firecracker. Again, this is the Eyeshadow Palette. So when I'm doing an all over color where it's a shimmer like this is, so I'll show you guys the difference between a shimmer and a matte that's in the palette. So the shimmer right here and the shimmer right here, you guys see there's a different finish. Usually you want these in the inner corner or above the brow or on the lid. It's kind of hard to work with shimmers in the creases because they crease on top of themselves. So actually I did not tap off the excess here because this is a shimmer I want it to be packed on. So, and that's another name for this brush, is called a packing brush.
Yeah, it's interesting how like they all have different names, but it's like the same function.
Yes.
You know, it's so confusing to those that are starting new.
Yes.
Even to like me sometimes, I'll be like, so what is this for? Because it definitely looks like an all over eyelid brush, but you're over here coming out fancy with these names.
Right, no, it's a smudging pack brush. That's what it is. It's a smudging pack brush. You mean like so I can pack with it.
Right, so then you go, that could be like a BH name, BH Cosmetics. Then you go to MAC and you're like, I would like to get the packer brush. And they're like, the what?
The what? What's
the packer brush? Yeah, try to look smart doing that at Ulta.
Oh my gosh, yes, that's true.
It's different.
So
different
you guys,
for everything.
Yeah, and I will say again, whatever brush works for you works for you.
Yeah.
Like if you find one that does what you want it to do,
run with it.
Go with it. We're just
man.
telling you kind of the ABCs of it all. But if you want to sing XYZ, go ahead. It still works.
Yeah.
Oh, I like this color on your lid a lot. I see the reason why I call that a packing brush a lot of the time is because I just tap and pack on that color. And so now you guys can see, look, I have now 4 shadows on. Even though it kind of looks pretty seamless across the lid, and it's because it's blended. The last 2 things I'm going to use, I'm going to go back to this little bullet brush. And I'm going to pull back the deeper transition color that I did right here underneath the eye. Now look up for me. So you guys, I am pulling this just underneath here to pull under the color. And the reason why she and I both keep reaching for this brush because it does it so seamlessly. But what I did was I used actually my wrist here to wipe off that color. I will often suggest get a paper towel or also get like a
right here.
If you have baby wipes around or a makeup remover wipe, use that to get rid of a color, because especially now that I'm going in with the lightest color on the palette that's a shimmer for her inner corner, you don't want to pull over that deep color into the corner. I'm going to go in here with Funny Girl to highlight the inner corner. Now this is not a requirement, folks. This is something that I personally always do no matter what I'm doing. So I'm showing you guys what I do.
I do this too.
I will find the lightest shimmer, and if I don't have one in the palette, the highlight that's on my nose, on my cheek, that'll be my inner eye.
I agree.
I always have that.
And for me, I think I personally do it because it just makes my eyes look, number one, a lot more wide awake. And number two, it's pulling people's attention to my eyeshadow.
I'm going to be using Charmer, which is this light color up here, to highlight the brow bone. Now, highlighting the brow bone is, again, completely optional.
I love highlighting my brow bone.
Yes.
It's just one more thing that makes me say to you, look at me. Hello.
Hello.
Ooh la la.
This is the Morphe M433. It's a very good blending brush in that it is a little bit fluffier than the other blending brush. It's not as tapered. And I actually do not want any strong points of this color under her brow. I want it to look as soft and as natural as possible. Like that highlight is there. Her brow bone is naturally protruding. That's what we're going for here.
Yeah, it's the light's fault.
Yeah. So this, I am lightly dusting this on the tip of this, tapping off the excess, and I will hit the brow just so ever slightly. And trust me guys, you will see the difference when you don't do it.
It's true.
It's so light and so subtle.
And I noticed you started at the tip of where my eyebrow.
Yes, that's a very good thing to point out. Putting it at the very tip where I would say the height of your brow is and pulling it back, because it goes along with the concept that you're doing this to highlight your brow bone as if it were protruding. So you want to hit the part where it naturally is going to highlight. Gotcha. You guys, so this is how we suggest that you use the eyeshadow brushes that, you know, either come in a Morphe pack that you find, or, you know, you find similar ones to it. This is how we suggest that you use them if that's what you want to do.
We're going to do a really cool thing. If you want to tune in and stick around, we're going to do the way that we used to do it.
AKA the wrong way.
The wrong way. Don't take offense. Okay?
Please. This is how I personally used to do stuff.
That's okay. We've all been there. You gotta learn.
You do have to learn.
And it's funny to look back at those pictures, isn't it?
It's not funny to look back at the pictures.
Just go with it.
Yeah. So I'm going to use the same colors though, so you guys can see the difference in application. I'm going to go back in with Smarty Pants, and I am not going to tap off the excess because that's not something that I used to do.
And you're using the same brush.
Same brush, which is the Morphe M330.
Just do it, girl.
All right. This is how I used to do it. I would pull the color all the way over, not really caring where it landed, and I was pretty rough with it. Pretty rough. All right.
All right.
Yeah, so you can see actually now that looks like the deeper part that I layered the first time. Now I'm going to use the second one.
Tap off.
I know. Jetsetter, you see how my instinct was to tap off?
Don't tap it off.
I'm not tapping off, and so I'm just going to, it's basically now layering it because I'm in the same position I was before. Not the best way you can use your tools, absolutely. So if we're being completely honest, I wouldn't have switched brushes back in the day.
Oh, it doesn't look horrible yet.
No, not yet.
It just looks like you drew a linear line.
Yes, I didn't frame.
To that side of my nose. Okay.
Yeah, so I'm not going to switch brushes because that's what I used to not do. I'm going to go into Rebel and not tap off again and just kind of pull it in on the side. And again, this is where quote-unquote muddiness starts happening.
I'm noticing very, very fast strokes, but very long strokes, if that makes sense.
Fast and long strokes.
I can feel you pulling the color extremely out. Like, I feel like this is farther than where my eyebrow ends. I'm not sure if that's accurate. That's very close to where my eyebrow ends. Okay.
Yeah.
Again, not horrible, but probably not the best.
See how fast we're going? That's another thing.
Yeah, she would go super fast. Like, I would not even be halfway there. She'd be like, okay, ready to film. And I'm like, oh, okay. I gotta learn from her. She's doing something right.
No, I was not. I was doing everything wrong. I'm gonna go back in with Firecracker with the all over brush here and just sweep it across the lid. Oh, there's fallout. And there's a lot of it. Okay. Now I would say, again, this palette kind of helps me cheat.
Okay, seriously, my head is being pulled.
It's getting pulled?
Like, my head, I could feel it jerking to the side. That's how bad.
Oh, and this color, this color isn't as bright as it is on the other side either because there's so much color on top of it. It's just not the same color.
Yeah, I could tell with you taking your time a little bit. Holy, okay. Well.
She should have paused that long. Yeah, you can just keep going. You have to talk about it. We can keep going. Alright, so I'm gonna go in with, again, not the best brush to go underneath the eye with Rebel.
Okay.
Alright. And oh, there's so much fallout. Oh, this is bad.
It's good. It's good.
Sure.
You can't even look at me.
No!
Oh no! I like how you pulled in the line.
Yeah. What I would do is this.
It's
go
perpendicular to the color coming.
This is what I would used to do.
Okay, show me.
I would fix it.
Yeah.
With, oh god.
Okay.
I would fix it with the highlight color.
Oh, okay. You're using the packer brush.
I'm using the packer brush as a highlight brush.
Wow, okay. Okay, so
I wasn't trying to purposely be bad.
right.
That's really how I used to do my makeup.
Yeah.
And it always give off the appearance I'm just a little raccoony. And I couldn't figure out exactly why.
Oh, I was the same way though.
Yeah.
Like I didn't know how far down to take it, and it takes trial and error. But
yes.
I'm really not particularly fond of, you know, this little nook right here that you have. And then there's just like that one little no man's land. Okay, you pack that so much.
Yeah, with color. So I thought that's what you were supposed to do. You're supposed to have all the color in there. Yeah.
Ah,
I did. I thought,
okay.
especially if it was a light color,
Yeah.
use the highlight to fill that space in.
Oh, all of it.
Yes.
I gotcha.
That's what I thought.
Okay.
I feel like I've improved, and I think it's honestly because I've learned proper brush technique and application. We use Morphe brushes, but check out other videos so you can see more affordable choices.
Alright, so that pretty much completes today's little demo for using our Morphe brushes. If you enjoyed this video and it was informative for you, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Just to let us know we should keep pumping out more videos like this. If you have not subscribed already, go ahead and subscribe and join the Romeo family.
Please.
We put out videos weekly, and also hit that notification bell, and that way you'll be informed of all future videos that we are coming out with.
Yes, and also go to our Instagram, that's at Rumormeal, RUMORMEAL, and also go to our lookbook, you're so silly. And it's rumormeal.com, that's in the description below, and check out our other social media platforms. We're on all of them.
We're on all of them, and we're gonna keep going out with more brush videos, so just stay tuned.
Yeah.
But for now, we'll see you guys in the next one.
Bye.
Bye.